the STEM learning series on VAMSIvisions. I'm excited to share with you all that this is my 50th YouTube upload along with my book review and Simple Magic Tricks series. Thank you to my subscribers and viewers for your love and support. It really means a lot to me. Have you ever considered that it's particular shapes that give structures their strength? These types of shapes are often used in architecture to keep buildings sturdy. Here I'm talking about arc and triangle shapes. Arcs are useful for constructing bridges. Many strong structures like roof supports and cranes use triangle structures. In today's video I'm going to make a dome using eggshells. Come on, let's get right to it. For making the eggshell dome we need 4 eggs, a marker pen, scissors, sellotape, and some heavy books, and in this instant I'm using Winston's books. For the first step of making the eggshell dome, get your egg and make a hole at the top of it and make sure the bottom part is unbroken. And once you've done that, pour the contents out of the egg, and with that you can make like an omelette for your lunch. Now I put a hole at the top of the egg and I pour the contents out. So then you take your sellotape and tape it around the middle of the egg, and you get your marker and draw a line across the tape like this all around. And that's the second step. As part of the third step, get your scissors and cut along the edge of the black line so that the bottom half is only left. Now, as you can see, we've got 4 eggshells ready for the demo. Now, as part of the demo, I'm going to take my 4 eggshells and put them in a rectangle shape. Then I'm going to take my books and put them one by one on top of the eggs. So the first book I'm going to place on the eggshells is the Winston Science Experiments book, and this is actually the first book I got by Winston. So I'm going to place this on top. This is the Science Labs book, and the Science Labs book and the Science Experiments books are the books that I've been using for all of my videos. So I'm going to put that on top. This is the Utterly Amazing Science book. Wait, right here. I'm going to put this on top. Ask a Scientist book. And finally, the Science Squad book. It's so amazing to see how these thin and delicate eggshells can hold the weight of all these books. Now I'm going to take the books off one by one and see if the eggs have got any damage on them. And so far I can't see any damage on the eggs so far, so brilliant. As part of the test and tweak, I built an arc bridge using 2 cardboard sheets and 2 plastic pillars. Firstly, I got the first cardboard sheet and made it into an arc shape and put it in between these 2 pillars. Then I put this cardboard sheet on top of the arc. The bridge I made uses only 1 arc, but in the real world, bridges normally use lots of arcs. In the eggshells model, there are multiple arcs to form a dome. This is what gives it the ability to hold lots of weight. But this single arc here can still hold a considerable amount of weight. As part of the demo for the test and tweak, I'm going to place these 2 books on top of the arc and see if it can hold it. So now I'm going to place these 2 books on top. Wow, the arc actually can withstand the weight of 2 heavy books. And now I'm going to take the books off, and the bridge doesn't have any damage on it and it looks exactly the same. Now I'm going to explain the science behind it. This diagram helps us to understand the strong shapes. Diagram number 1 says the weight pushes down on the rectangle and causes the top side to bend. The second diagram says the weight presses down on the arc and is spread outward along the curve to the ground below. And finally, diagram number 3 shows the weight causes the top two sides to squeeze together and the bottom side to pull apart. This diagram shows us what happens to the shapes when weight is added onto them. The weight caused the top side to bend too much, so it failed. The arc likes to be pushed and squeezed, but not this much. When an arc is pulled too hard, the sides spread apart and collapse. The triangle is still standing because the pulling force in the bottom side is balancing the pushing forces in the upper sides. An arc is strong as well because its shape evenly spreads the weight that it bears. A dome is like a series of many arcs arranged in a circle. Your halved eggshells are mini domes. Now I'm going to explain the real-world uses. The ancient Romans were expert builders and often used domes and arcs in their designs. The 3-story Pont du Gard aqueduct in this picture is the south of France, was built in the 1st century. It has 64 arches in 3 levels. Each level transfers its weight to the level below and onto the ground. I referred to Robert Winston's science experiments book to make the eggshell experiment. I hope you all enjoyed watching this video. Also, I recommend you to watch my earlier STEM videos, which I will leave a link to in the description box down below. If you're interested in doing anything similar to this, you can participate in a STEM challenge by commenting it in the comment section down below. Or if you're interested, you can share a video for me to post on this channel. Please like and subscribe to vamsivisions to show your support. I'll see you all in another STEM video next week, and until then, bye!